Today we want to know what's in your makeup bag with Merle Norman. When it comes to making up our faces, one of the most important things is a strong brow, especially now that we're all wearing masks. We got to let our eyes look their best. So Renee Hitt is a Merle Norman studio owner. She joins us from Brookfield, where she is going to teach me how to get a brow to wow. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Molly. You know, I thought this was a really good idea until I realized I was not going to be able to see you while we were doing this.
I know, and our producer reminded me that I have to really talk you through what I'm doing here on set so that you can kind of visualize. But you sent me a couple of products, so I got that going for me. I did not do my right side, and you're going to walk me through that. But first, let's say I was visiting your studio. What's sort of the first step as I walk in and say, hey, I want some brow help?
Okay, well, the first thing I would ask you is, Molly, what do you like about your brows?
I like that they used to be fuller. I like that they're fuller and that they're sort of naturally dark because I have dark hair.
Perfect. What would you like to change about them?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that because I've noticed as I've aged, especially once I hit 50, that it's almost like half of my brow has vanished. It's like
Is it the outer half?
The outer half. Why does that happen?
Well, I guess it's hormonal. It has to do with our thyroid, I think. So I can show you some tips to help with that.
Okay. So let's get started, and I will mention the tools that you sent to me too as we walk through it. And I know you say your first step is to brush your brow down, actually, right?
So you can take a brow brush like this, or the pencil that I gave you has a little brush on the end.
Yep.
Okay, and I want you to brush your brow down.
Okay. And I'm doing the one that I didn't do this morning. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, and it's very uneven. Now, why am I brushing it down?
Well, we want to see the natural shape of the brow bone.
Okay.
All right, and I want you to be able to take the tip of that pencil and kind of work that tip into where the root is so it looks more like hair.
Oh, okay, so I'm probably going to be using short strokes.
Exactly. So you're going to take your sculpting pencil.
I love the tip. I've never seen a tip on a brow pencil like this.
Okay, well, let me show you another little tip. On the inside of the barrel is a shaper. And you just take your pencil and put it right through this channel like this, and it'll keep that shape for you.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, I love the packaging. I said I have to be a packaging engineer to sell cosmetics these days. Yeah. All right.
I love it.
So I want you to take the tip, and I want you to put the tip right at the root, and I want you to make really short strokes up.
Now,
like
do I brush my brow?
Start at the inside.
Do I brush my brow back up first?
No.
No. Okay.
I want you to be able to see where the roots are.
Okay.
All right. So now you're going to take the tip of the pencil and you're going to start at the inside, and you're going to make little tiny strokes, even where you don't need it, just so that you have a nice continuous motion.
Okay.
Now, when you get to the top part here, you might, the arch is the most important part of the brow because that's what's going to give you expression. All right.
Okay.
So when you get to the arch, you want to turn that pencil so that you're still at where the root is. And I want you to kind of go the direction that the hair grows a little bit there.
Okay.
All right. Now, just get right up into the arch then.
Okay.
Now turn your pencil so that the angle is facing out.
Okay.
All right. And then start at where you want your brow to end.
Okay.
Make short, tiny strokes toward that arch.
Oh, I love this tool.
Okay. Now take either your brush or the brush end and brush your brow up over that.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Right. Now, if you look at yourself straight on, I wish I could see you. If you look at yourself straight on, the brow that you just did should have a little bit more of a raised arch.
Okay.
And give that more open effect to the eye. Because the other thing that happens as we age, even someone with really nice almond-shaped eyes, their eyes start to droop a little bit as we get older. You know, it's gravity. So by taking that, you're giving yourself almost a little mini eye lift.
Okay. So really emphasizing that arch right there up here is what's going to give us like that lift.
Exactly, exactly. And then you can keep going through until you get the amount of fullness that you want. You don't have to keep brushing down. You want to just brush down for that first swipe through to get the skeleton of the brow.
Okay. Now, what about this step? I think this is my favorite, and this is your brow gel.
The
Do you
brow
want to
gel,
get
yep.
do you want to get something dark or darker than your actual color?
It depends, if your brows are starting to turn gray or white, or you have some that are a lot lighter than others, you'll probably want to get one a little darker so that you can blend it into your brow. If your brows, you just need them to look a little bit more shaped, or you want to get a little highlight, then you can go a little bit lighter. We also make this in clear, so if you don't need any additional color, the clear will keep them groomed.
I love this brush, Renee, because usually it's the same symmetrical all the way around, but it's longer on one side.
It's longer on one side, and then if you look, Maura's going to grab me a brush here. Come on out of the bag. So if you look at the tip of it, it's got like a keyhole on it. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so with those areas that you might want to get a little extra color, you use that little tip and just kind of coat each individual hair.
Oh, I love that.
You can use the short end to get a little bit more fullness in the brow, and you can use the long end to pull the color all the way through. So not only is this going to give you color, but it's also going to set that brow color. So when we have really hot, humid days like this, the brows aren't going to disappear.
I absolutely love that. If people want help doing this and using the different tools, will you school them if they come and visit a studio?
Absolutely. So, now that we're, in COVID, we would be wearing masks, which is just fine with doing brows. We will spray and sanitize all the tools that we're using. Everything's going to be really nice and clean. And we can do a video chat like this too. We can do on Zoom or Google Meet and, guide you along the way.
That is fantastic. Eyebrows, Tiff always says, makes your eyes pop. And
they do. They frame the face.
Yeah, and now that masks, it looks like, are here to stay for at least a while, I think it's important for us to focus on our eyes, because I know our lipsticks are always coming off in the mask.
Exactly. I said, normally when you're in a recession period like this, lipstick sales go crazy, right? Because people want to have that little indulgence. They always say red lipstick sales go up in a depression. But right now, that's not happening.
It's all about the eyes. Renee, thank you so much for the tutorial. Those are great tools to use. I appreciate your time.
Well, I can't wait to see your brows when we're done.
Yeah, exactly. I got to wear my hair back so you can see. Thanks again.
Exactly. Good. All right. We have a great day. Thanks for having us in.
You too, Renee. And there are locations in Brookfield Square. That's where Renee is. Also in Hales Corners on Highway 100 between Grange and Edgerton. In Economawalk, they're located at Pabst Farms. And then there's also a shop in historic downtown West Bend.